I have been natural for 21 years of my life. I have never relaxed my hair, never done a big chop or anything of the sorts. But it was not until 2019 where I actually actively started learning how to take care of my hair. And in the last 5 years, I have learned and unlearned what my hair needs. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you 5 things I would do differently if I had to start my natural hair journey from the beginning all over again. The first thing I would have done differently is deep condition my hair more often. I genuinely regret that I was late to the party of deep conditioning my hair. I just thought it was an extra step that was unnecessary and just meant that my wash day was going to last longer. But really, deep conditioning has changed my natural hair journey for the better. And I know I speak a lot about this in almost all my natural hair videos, but it's actually very true. If you want nicer, softer, healthier natural hair, then you should consider deep conditioning your hair a lot more often. Now, there's a variety of deep conditioners to choose from that attend to different needs your hair might be having. So my best bet is to experiment, read reviews, and do your research. I have only ever used 2 deep conditioners, which is the Mega Growth anti-breakage deep conditioner and the My DNA deep penetrating mask, and honestly I have had the best experience with both of them. The Mega Grow deep conditioner is honestly a very great beginner friendly deep conditioner that will definitely sell you into the deep conditioning culture. But if you're looking for a lot more deep penetration, your hair is going to be soft for a very long time, then I would recommend the My DNA deep penetrating mask. Obviously, this is what worked for my hair. It could definitely work differently on your hair, but I genuinely love that product and I'm going to definitely keep it in my routine and my rotation for as long as I can. I personally don't have a strict timetable or regimen for deep conditioning. I love to deep condition my hair once I take out a very long lasting protective style like knotless braids and the likes. I love to deep condition my hair anytime my hair starts breaking up or just feels genuinely dry and I just can't get that moisture back like this. I'll deep condition my hair, and before I get on a very long lasting protective style, I love to deep condition my hair. So back in the day, I used to think that the longer that I keep my deep conditioner in my hair, the more effective it would be. So I would be pushing 1 hour, 2 hours with deep conditioner in my hair. But now I just read what's on the bottle and make sure that I follow the instructions, because every product is different and what it's going to do for your hair is different. So make sure to read what is on the bottle of your deep conditioner, for how long you should keep it, what ways you should use to put it in, and so forth. The second thing that I would do if I were to start my natural hair journey all over from the beginning again is to trim my ends. This was a practice that I never in my life thought I would ever condone, because I believe that once I cut my hair, it would never grow. But newsflash, so long as you're a living, breathing organism, once you cut your hair is definitely going to grow back. Trimming my ends have definitely made my hair look a lot fuller, more healthy, and easy to comb and detangle. That is why I will always preach trimming your ends. I will preach it forever. I think split ends are going to look different for everybody's hair because of our different hair textures, our different hair types, our different hair porosities. But essentially, the best way to find split ends is when you're combing your hair and you know those 1, 2, 3 strands that just keep on snagging, or they're always at the end of the comb and you're always struggling to get them off. Yeah, those are split ends. Or those strands that just stand out and stick out when you braid your hair or when you twist your hair and they're just at the edge, they're just like floating in outer space. Those are most likely split ends. Another good way of detecting split ends or just knowing when is the best time to trim your hair is when you blow dry or straighten out your hair and then there's like places where you can see through in your hair. Girl, you gotta trim those places off. Your hair is best when it's dense and thick and you can't see through it. Once again, I'm going to say it depends, because I get scissors happy. I don't have an exact strict regimen for trimming my hair. I trim my hair when I remember that I haven't trimmed it in a while. I trim my hair when I'm taking out a protective style that has lasted for like over a month. I also trim my hair when I see that I have a lot of split ends that I have not attended to in a while. So you just really have to pay attention to your hair and see what it needs and when it needs it. The third thing I would do if I had to start my natural hair journey all over again is to intentionally prep my hair before installing very long-lasting protective styles or just protective styles in general. For the past 2 to 3 protective styles, I have eaten down with prepping my hair. I make sure to thoroughly wash my hair. Like, these are one of those wash days that are going to last at least 2 hours. I thoroughly wash my hair, I deep condition my hair, I detangle my hair, I moisturize my hair to the T. Give me the oils, give me the butters, give me the cream, give me the shea butter. Once I understand that my hair is going to be sort of locked up in a protective style for a long time, I just don't want that breakage, that snagging, or that dryness once I take off the protective style. I make sure that my hair is in sections and well moisturized and detangled once I get to the salon, and I always bring my spray bottle with me. So the minute that my hairdresser is having a hard time brushing my hair, I'm like, don't play, okay? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't cut my hair. Actually, no. Your hair is bound to shed off a little bit or break off a little bit once you're taking out a protective style because it has been locked up, can I say, for a very long time. But what this does is it prevents your hair from being dry. This is what my hair looks like once I took out my knotless braids after 2 months. My hair was definitely still, it still felt moisturized and a little bit soft. Yes, it was breaking out. Yes, I had dandruff, and this is in no way going to stop you from having dandruff, but my hair was malleable, and I did style it like twice before I finally washed it after the protective style. So if you're tired of having dry, breaking hair once you've taken out your protective style that lasted for over a month, then definitely consider being more intentional with how you prep your hair for a protective style. Granted that is such an effective thing to do, but if I'm being completely honest with you, I most times get lazy and I forget to actually take care of my hair while it is in a protective style. Sue me, but this is what works for me, and that's why I do it. The fourth thing I would do if I were to start my natural hair journey from the beginning all over again is to take my time detangling my hair. For the most part of my journey, I always felt like detangling my hair was a chore that I could never finish, but now I am learning and trying painstakingly to be patient with detangling my hair. Just romanticize it and try to find the beauty in tugging slightly and just detangling my natural hair. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you, it is a very daunting process because someone like me that loves to get mini twists, when it's time to wash my hair and take off those mini twists, I know I have to like sit down and be patient and be one with myself. You know, I'm going to just end up tearing down my whole hair. My best practice for dealing with a stubborn tangle is to really wet the hair and then tug slowly until the tangle comes off. Honestly, it's time consuming, but it does the job, and it does the job so well. You could also add leave-in conditioner if it's really that stubborn and you just want to get it over with. The last and final thing that I would do if I were to start my natural hair journey all over again is to streamline my natural hair influencer. I wish I could go back to younger Sharon in 2020, 2019 and just give her a hug and tell her that she should stop ogling at Yara Shahidi's hair in Grownish, thinking that she could recreate these natural hairstyles on her type 4 hair. I feel it is so important, especially when you're starting out with your natural hair, to only watch people that have hair that looks like your own, because it is so easy to fall into the trap of comparison, and with comparison comes so many ugly feelings like hating your hair or not wanting to style your hair because it doesn't look a certain way. The internet is so funny because it only pushes out and promotes natural hair that looks a certain way, and that certain way is not the way our hair in Nigeria looks. So be careful. I like to watch a variety of natural hair creatives, so I'm going to put you on. Okay, so we have come to the end of this video. I really hope it was eye-opening, and I really hope you do take this advice and you apply it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know down in the comments what you would have done if you were starting your natural hair from the beginning. With that all being said, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, share this to your other natural hair girlfriends, and yeah, let's go chat in the comments.